welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching KUTV Kenya. My good name is Karen Blessing, and this is Art and Culture Monday. And today, right about now, we are here to have a conversation on shorts. So that is all matters art. Okay, so I know you're going to be loving this, and I'm not alone, so I should not be speaking this much. I have two guests with me, amazing, brilliant minds. Yani, you just want to love these people and this conversation. So I want us to start right from the intro. Austin is already like, ooh, hey, Karen.
National TV.
Yes, you deserve it. You see the work you guys are doing, you totally. In fact, I think I'm underestimating the talent I'm sitting with.
Wow.
So let's start right from introduction. From the lady that is dressed like me. This was actually not planned, but I like it. I like it so far. Yeah. So let's start from Annie. Please tell us who you are, what you do, about Docubox.
All right.
Yes.
My name is Angish, okay?
Yes.
I'm the communications and events curator with Docubox, the East African Documentary Film Fund.
Yes.
Yeah, so happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you. Thank you, and karibu sana.
Thank you.
Austin.
My name is Austin Nyambok. I am the communications officer for Doca, and I'm excited to be here.
Yes, karibuni sana. I am excited as well. We are off to a good start, you know?
Yeah.
Excited. So, let's get to Docubox. We have had amazing conversations with guys from Docubox, starting from you guys as Docubox and also the talents that you actually get to feature. So I want us to start just to kidogo too for people who have not been here before. Who are Docubox? What do you guys do?
Okay, so Docubox is the East African Documentary Film Fund. In a nutshell, we support East African filmmakers to tell the stories that they want to tell. I think for a very long time, especially when it comes to documentary films, it was always somebody hired by the UN to come and tell a story about people starving in Northeastern Africa, and we weren't telling our own stories. So Docubox was set up for that.
To tell our own stories
Ourselves, yes.
I like that. That seems simple enough. I hope that you guys at home are, in a nutshell, you know what Docubox does. Austin, Doca.
Well, Doca has a very close relationship with Docubox. That's why I'm here.
Yes.
And Doca in itself is a Pan-African initiative. So usually, colloquially, what I tell many people that I'm introducing them to this, because Docubox has been here for a long time.
Yes.
I tell them, you see what Docubox is doing for East Africa?
Yes.
We now do it for the continent.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now the difference is we have a more complementary role, because we understand that Africa is quite large and it has very diverse perspectives to sort of expose. So we work complementary. So we find organizations that such as Docubox that have a regional reach, and then we fund programs with them. So we essentially are also a film fund, but we are Pan-African.
Yes.
And our main objective is to demarginalize the African voice.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. I like that. I like the fact that you said complementary, because if you were to cover the whole of Africa, you need some friends. You need some friends.
Some big ones.
Exactly. Some friends to be able to catch every East Africa, West Africa, North Africa. You need some friends. So I like that. So you can say you're friends of Docubox?
Yes. Aren't we more than just friends?
We're great, fantastic friends.
Still friends. It's still friends.
Okay.
And
Friend
I
zone.
like exact friend zone. You've been friend zone. Exactly. Anne, I want you to take me through, before I come to Austin, the film industry in the region that you cover.
Yeah.
Are you feeling any improvements over time?
Oh my gosh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So Docubox has actually, we've been running since 2013.
Yeah.
So this is our 10th year anniversary.
And
Yeah, happy birthday to Docubox.
Yeah.
And if you look at the capacity building that has happened in the 10 years, it's really amazing. One of our grantees, so this was a grantee from Tanzania. His name is Emil Shivji.
yes.
We encountered him in 2015. He was amongst the first people we funded with a documentary film called Wahenga. This year he has a fiction feature film that's been submitted by Tanzania for the Oscars.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're just like, look at that trajectory.
Yes.
He'd never made a feacher documentary film,
Yes.
and then now his film is being
is
submitted
going
to
for the Oscars.
by his country.
Yes.
Yeah, there's been a huge improvement.
That
and
is
I
a
feel like
huge improvement.
I should not mention a Tanzanian film being submitted without mentioning the Kenyan
Yes.
film that was submitted
Yes,
this
please.
year.
We are here in Kenya, aren't we?
Yes, by Andrew Kaiga.
Yeah.
The film is called Terror Storm.
Yes.
Yeah, so guys, look for Terror Storm, Andrew Kaiga. It's been submitted to the Oscars this year. It's a Kenyan film. Yeah.
Wow. That is an upward trajectory that is
Yes.
just looking up.
Yes.
I like that. I like that. You mentioned something about us being able to tell our own stories. And when I look at that, I was thinking, like, I cannot imagine me going to Dallas, Texas to tell their story.
Imagine.
So the fact that the opposite was happening was already
Bizarre.
Exactly, it was already very bizarre, because I am imagining I wouldn't even be able to relate to the level to really tell a good story, a good true story. Exactly. I wouldn't if I tried. So I love this opportunity for us. I love that we are able to do this. Doca, tell me through your bumps, now that you are in the continent, are you feeling you are in an upward trajectory as well?
Yes, in fact, just to opine, Docubox really helped us understand how they were our introduction, right? So in fact, Doca is headquartered here in Nairobi, and the main reason we did that is because we realized across the continent, you see here we usually complain that our structures, our infrastructure in terms of the government and the support, but you go to places like in West Africa and South Africa, you see that film and culture is really taken seriously. We were at FESPACO on 2021, and there is actually a roundabout in the capital dedicated to filmmakers. Right? So and what I'm seeing as a trend, and even us as a film fund, what we see as a trend is the work of these different regional organizations have been really helpful in ensuring that the talent has somewhere accessible to actually improve their craft. And that's why, being complementary, we're not reinventing the wheel. So we just work with different organizations from South, like the Documentary Film Association in South Africa, Kudugu Doc in West Africa, Fida Doc in Morocco. So we work with those organizations, and we've seen that the problem at the first time was development, people having an idea and turning it into, a film, a documentary film. But now we're realizing we've moved there, that now people are asking us about where can I get my post-production work done? Because they can make the film.
Exactly.
They have the film done. In fact, some of our films that we granted late stage, that is post-production and impact, which is just a documentary word for distribution and promotion. Because they're real stories, we just don't market them. They have to have an impact on the communities that they represent. So we're realizing a huge trend where our stories are needed. Now it's people from the West, the global North, that are coming to us like, do you have more stories? Because this is now opening our eyes to the continent. So it also just goes to speak as our culture as Africans in terms of working together and collaborating. And that's why I really appreciate this relationship.
Exactly.
In terms of we're seeing that we're picking up where they've grown, right? And then from there,
you take them to the next level.
Yes.
I like that. And now we are not talking about how do I actualize this idea. It's no, I have this idea actualized already. How can you guys be able to come in handy and help me push it upwards? I like that. That seems like a good improvement. That is a good improvement on our side, and I like that very much. Let's narrow down, because I know we can talk about Doca and Docubox for days. So I want us to narrow down to shorts and shorts, and talk about. Let's start from there. Like, you guys.
You want to my smile?
Yes. No, for one, I just have to say congratulations for your titles, whether it is for film, short films, documentaries. Like, the title is just telling you, come see what this is about. So tell us about shorts and shorts. Let's start from the incubation. What idea, or like, what was the dream? What was the dream for shorts and shorts? What did you guys want it to bring to the table?
Okay, so shorts and shorts actually was for a bunch of fiction filmmakers who we met. Like I said, we started funding documentary films. And then we met along the way a lot of fiction filmmakers who are like, hey, what about us? And that's where shorts and shorts was born. So the gist is very simple. We wear shorts, we watch short films from around the continent and from African filmmakers and filmmakers of African origin.
Yes.
And we drink shots. Alcoholic and non-alcoholic available. And through the Shots and Shots program, we also began to fund short fiction scripts. Yeah, so how that happens is we put a call out for short fiction scripts. We pick the best 10. They go through a really intense 2-week workshop. They rework the scripts. And then we give the best, like 3 or 4, funding of a minimum of $2,500 US to turn your script into a film. Yeah.
Wow, I like that. That is a good funding.
It is.
Like you say, 22,500, and I'm like, okay. Then the US dollars came in. Then I'm like, okay, fine. We can do this. We can do this. How short are these short films?
In the industry, a short film, I think the maximum duration is 40 minutes. But we funded a film that was, I think, 3 minutes long. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a huge story right there, told in 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that. So, fictional filmmakers, I know that is, those are jargons that many people who are watching might not be able to understand. So we have short films, you have documentaries. So documentaries are on real life events.
Yes. We focus on character-driven documentary films. So what that means is you're actually following a real life person while they're trying to, or while they're moving through life and tackling a real life situation that they're going through. Yeah.
And the difference between that and the fictional short films?
A fiction film is a made-up world.
Yes.
Made up characters. Yes, and they have a story that they're moving through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm asking that because many of our viewers here are interested. All they know is that they are interested in film. They have no idea whether it is documentaries or fiction films or like they have no idea. So I like that clarification in order for someone to be able to place themselves. Okay, I'm very good. I can create a whole universe in my head.
Yes.
So is there a place for me? Because when we say documentaries, people are like, animals, long stories, following people through. But there is so much more
I'm so glad you bring that up. There is a film that I watched at Shorts. Virtual Voice.
Okay.
Susanna Migrani.
She's from Sudan.
Yes.
This is one of the films that literally makes you understand that genre is a concept we've created.
Yes.
Because she blurs the line between reality, right? Like what's happening and her own individual take and perspective.
Yes.
I found that quite interesting because I'm watching it. It's mainly about, she's sort of documenting her experience during COVID and the woke
agenda.
The woke agenda. I didn't want to say that. And the woke agenda. She documents that in such an artistic way.
Yes.
Yeah. And
it's a fiction film.
It's a fiction film, but then you're like, these are real life events. So also my encouragement to young filmmakers everywhere is that do you and then classify it later.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to start from classification.
Yes.
I want to do a documentary about it. Can start from the idea working itself upwards to whatever it will become.
Yeah. Because that makes it more organic and gives you more chance to just explore and build a more concrete story.
Yes.
Because if you put those limits of nature documentary or this type of documentary, you put yourself in a box. Although their name is Docubox, they think outside the box.
they really think outside the box.
Yeah.
But can we talk for a minute about how creative Africa is? Like I didn't know about that short film that you have told me about.
Yeah.
But can we talk about just how creative, if we work ourselves from the ideas we have upwards to finding their classification, we can turn this world upside down. That is what happened with Brikicho. I was like, what? Like, you will not expect a horror short film in Africa.
Yeah, in Nairobi.
Set in Nairobi. Set here by our very own. Like, I mean, when you talk about Halloween, looks like a foreign concept.
Yeah.
But since Brikicho, it has started to feel like, we also have our very own scary things.
Yes.
Exactly. So we have talked about what shots and shots is about. How many editions have we had before this one?
So it's also, this year we're celebrating 5 years of shots and shorts. So since
It's been here
2000
for
half a decade.
That is
Since
amazing.
2018.
Yes.
We have had, I want to say, close to 30 editions so far within the last 5 years. We have funded 18 short films, and we have screened over 100 short films from around Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. I like that. I want us to narrow it down now from just shorts to Valentine edition.
Yes.
How many Valentine editions have we had?
We have had 5 Valentine's editions.
5. So in the same duration.
Yeah.
Austin, have you gotten to be in a Valentine edition?
Yes.
How was the last one?
The one for last year. Oof. Hey, it was beautiful. I remember I wore blue.
Yeah.
It did,
I wore
but
blue.
I mean,
You know, just to stand out.
Why are you wearing blue on Valentine?
No, let me tell you, Annie is very stylish and very particular about
Thank you.
curating a certain vibe.
She's a curator.
Hey, yes, it's even in her title. So she was like, don't be ordinary.
Yeah.
You can't say when she saw me, at least you didn't think red.
Yes.
And that just you see, if that attention to detail about shorts is one of the things that make it such a beautiful event.
Yes.
Because you go there and you feel there's a community. You meet young filmmakers. You see films that actually change your perspective. You're talking about Brikicho. I've watched it twice, and the second time I was like, my God, what is this?
Yeah.
The tension was just it's so deep.
Yes.
You understand? And for me, it's such a beautiful event, especially the Valentine edition, because they usually sort of specify sort of relationship or love related stories, and that just also goes into them understanding how to make an event specific and unique, such that you don't come for all the shots and you're like, it's the same thing. No, it's always something different. It's always themed. It's always, involving, and that makes it makes film in itself not just you sitting down.
Yes.
It makes the film live with the audience, and I think that's quite exciting.
When I think when the previous one, that picture one, the guest I was having said you come for an experience.
Yes.
Yes, it's a wholesome experience.
Yeah, it's really not just a screening. Yeah, we incorporate a lot of other activities that audiences can get into.
Yes.
We have a lot of filmmakers on the day, including student filmmakers.
Yes.
Yeah, and we just try and build the organic interaction around film, and it's a lot of fun interactions. And these are the stories that, they carry forward. The next time somebody's like, oh, have you gone for shots? Last time it was like this and like this.
Yes.
People get excited about film, and that's really what it is.
Exactly.
We want people to celebrate film. That's what I usually call it. It's like a celebration of film. I don't even call it a screening event.
Yes.
It's a party.
It's a party for filmmakers.
Yes.
I like that. So comparing last year or the last 5, because we have had many, what is coming to the table on this year's Valentine edition of Short that has not been there before?
I don't know if I should say that here. Or
Just snippet, just a little snippet.
Well, we do have, I think the most exciting news I can share is that we do have a funding opportunity coming up. Yes, and if you want to hear more about it, how you can turn your short script into a film, come for shots.
Exactly. Like where else? Go there and just, even if you don't get the funding, the networking you get out of there.
Yeah.
Austin can tell you all about it, because that's all he does.
And then, in fact, just to add a little bit, and maybe, so you have to understand that they're so inclusive.
Yeah.
In that, when she talked about students and people, most of the people who even volunteer at Shorts are people in the film industry. Yeah, young people who come in and they just want to help out. And it's such a huge interactive opportunity where you can see how you can have an idea for this film or this work is being shown and how that can interact directly with the audience. Because culture, in the culture space, it's very difficult for many artists. Once they've made the film, they don't know, okay, now how do I put it in front of you? Fine, they can put it on YouTube, they can put it on a streaming platform, but that extra mile of sitting down, having a conversation, is why also there's a director's lounge at Shorts, right?
Yeah.
Where even after the films have been screened, you can have a one-on-one with the filmmaker.
With the filmmaker.
Yes.
So if anything, networking is something you will get out of there for free.
Yes.
Aish.
Yes.
And that networking, Austin can tell you, it's for life. Like it will get you to places funding would not even have taken you. Because that networking, it's not just about funding. It's not just about money. It's about the relationships you create.
Yes,
and
yes.
the next one will be even bigger because now you know people. You know, I can't stress enough. I tell these guys about networking every other day. Just meeting people. You will go to rooms. You will enter in rooms you have never, just because you know a certain person. Okay, let's get just because you know Annie. That's what my director is saying. Annie only. She'll get you to rooms.
I will.
It's a good name to know.
It's a good name to know.
Yes.
Thank you. We have talked about director's launch, and I want us to get into the things that will be going on during the function, the activities that will be going on. Take us through.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. So we used to be at the Prestige Plaza Cinema.
Yes.
Then COVID happened, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise that we moved now outdoors,
Yes.
because now we have a lot more flexibility to do a lot more fun things.
Yes.
So how the program runs is we have the screening first, and we show a bunch of short films back to back to back to back, curated by our fantastic screenings manager, One Boy. Hey, One Boy. And we phenomenal. And we have a big outdoor screen.
Yes.
So the films screen, and then after that we have the directors lounge, where the audiences can meet with the film directors on the day and ask them questions. If we're talking about a film from, let's say, Susanna, and she's currently in Sudan, she zooms in, so you can still have that interaction on Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah. And then while that's happening, we have a DJ, our resident DJ, Sir M.
Oof.
So he's playing music, he's setting the vibe.
Yes.
We have a lot of activities, like I mentioned before. For example, from Zalendo edition last year, we got Anganya to come with the music and everything, and we watched short films about matatus in the matatu.
Yes.
So these are like different things all happening at the same time.
Exactly.
And then the films also play on a loop. And you might ask yourself, if the DJ is playing music, how are we also playing films?
Yes.
We have silent disco headsets. So the sound from the films is being transmitted into the headset.
Yes.
Yeah. So throughout the evening, late into the night, you can just grab a headset, sit down in front of the screen, and watch your film.
Enjoy.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if I can sell it better than Anna just did. I don't know if I can do a better job than that. If this does not convince you, because it seems like you are getting into I want to call it a room for perspective, into a room full of very different activities, and you can get to choose, what do I want out of all these activities? Do I want the film? Do I want to enjoy the DJ? You can be able to enjoy a lot of fun activities, and I can tell you this one is a first. I don't even think it's in Kenya. It's a first in the continent of such kind of an event.
It's actually interesting you bring that up.
Yes.
We have traveled out of town.
Yes.
We've been to Durban.
Yes.
And we've held Shots and Shots Durban edition in partnership with the KwaZulu-Natal Film Commission. We've held 2 editions in Zanzibar together with the Zanzibar International Film Festival.
Yeah.
Guys, we have these connections, guys. Guys.
I am
Please
glad
be
to know,
serious.
Anne. I'm glad to know, Anne, right about now. If the next time I'm not on the show, just know I'm in Shots and Shots somewhere. And it's just, I like that. So different functions. Austin, what has been your favorite part now that you've been to many Shots and Shots?
Not that many, but the one, it may seem like there are many.
Yes. Okay, in comparison to me.
Yes, of course.
Okay,
of course.
thank you.
Yeah.
What have been your favorite parts of the entire?
So my favorite part is mainly the director's lounge, because I am very interested in understanding the filmmaking journey, and then also the music. I love to dance a lot.
Yes, you do.
I love
Yes.
to dance.
So he's part of the people who enjoy the DJ the most.
Yes. I love Sir M personally. Yes. As a DJ.
Yes. You need to clarify that.
Yeah, but it's 2023. But so the thing is, it's just the music, the vibe, and then there's a lot more. There's art. Annie makes sure that we have. Last time there was, during the Halloween edition, there was a tarot reader.
Yeah, tarot card reader. Yeah, so
Imagine.
she's reading your fortune.
Yani, the things you're being told are not as much as the things you will see and experience. But also for me, also taking from an organizational standpoint, what we've seen, it's also made us understand that shorts as a film form are more accessible way of somebody to get into film.
Exactly.
You understand? Because right now everybody makes shorts on TikTok,
Yes.
on reels, on
Essentially.
stories.
Yes.
Yeah, and these are the new generation of filmmakers.
Yes.
In fact, if to speak about us, our previous call, there was it was a film about young kids in Egypt who have a chronic illness that they use TikTok as a form of therapy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh. Okay.
Right? Unfortunately, we didn't fund that film, but it just got us understanding that there is a huge potential in understanding that short form content
Yeah.
has an impact in the generation that's coming.
Exactly.
Yes, and I feel like Shorts as an event is positioned to be that introduction.
Yeah.
So that you have a place where you can go and ask questions, go and see what people are doing.
Exactly.
And then now pick it up. And even as Doca, we're thinking about having just maybe a grant just for shorts.
Yes.
It's still in the works, it's still thinking, because for the longest time, documentary has been feature length, mid length,
Yes.
right? And we are now seeing that it's more accessible,
Yes.
right? In fact, one of your programs, the Impact Lab in December,
Yeah.
there was a lady from Tanzania who was telling me that they have this community where they only sponsor films or character-driven stories
Yes.
less than 5 minutes. You remember that?
Yeah, I
Yes.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
And I was like, wow.
Yes.
And that's their focus.
That's all they do.
And that just goes, technology has made it so easy that we can talk to directors on Zoom, but
Yes.
also it's made it easier for us making a film on your phone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't need expensive equipment.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And I was going there on TikTok because numbers don't lie. And the numbers on TikTok are
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah.
And that is actually under a minute. Like
Yeah.
you have 2 seconds to communicate something, but you can communicate so much. You realize you can say so much in so little time that does not require massive equipment and cameras and they are
Studio.
exactly. So I
Yeah.
think Shorts is the way to go.
It is.
I definitely think it's the way to go. Let's get to the wrapping up stage. The where, the when, tickets. Am I getting a ticket? All those things can be discussed together. So let's start with the where and when and the tickets.
All right. So Shorts is held at Shalom House
Yeah.
off Gong Road. So just after Junction Mall on your way to Karen, opposite Gong Race Course.
Yes.
Shalom House. Tickets start at 1,000 shillings for the whole experience, and you can get them on our social media pages. That's
Yes.
at my Docubox on Instagram, Docubox Film Fund on Twitter, and Docubox Film Fund on Facebook.
Yes.
And I feel like because we're at KUTV, I should also mention that we have a film student masterclass that
Yes.
happens on the morning
Yes.
of Shorts. And we invite university level film students to attend the masterclass. It's usually run by one of our more prolific filmmakers from our networks. When I say our networks, I'm talking about people who have been nominated for Oscars, people who've won awards at Sundance, and these are Kenyans, guys.
Yes.
So they'll take you through the masterclass.
Yeah.
You can ask them questions about making film. And then after that, you get to attend Shorts. And of course, it's a student rate for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, so if you're a student, you can whoop out your card. The only when it matters, you can get the whole experience for a much lesser
Yes.
amount.
Yes.
Okay, so now tickets are going for just 1,000 bob. My Docubox, you said on Instagram.
My Docubox on
Yes.
Instagram, Docubox Film Fund on Facebook, and Docubox Film Fund on Twitter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Will there be tickets at the gate?
There will be tickets sold at the gate, yes.
At the same rate?
At the same rate.
Yes. So
yeah.
1,000 bob, just for 1,000 bob, guys. That is $10. Is it?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
less, like
Less.
$8,
about $8.
Yeah.
Just 1,000 bob, and you're going to be having the experience of your life.
Yes.
Like I don't know how to. It's much more than just 1,000 shillings. If you can go there and just get to moja too, and I'm not even asking you to go for many, just that one.
Just
you're going to
one.
have it, and then it's slotted on Valentine's.
Yes,
12th, huh?
that's
Oh.
Sunday the 12th
Yes.
of February.
Yes.
So 2 days before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
We've themed the whole event to really represent Valentine's Day.
Yes.
But of course, you don't have to come with a couple.
Yes.
It's singles, friends, everybody's welcome.
Everybody can come, and of course
Yes.
you can think outside the color red. So you're also allowed. Look, see a yellow shot.
Yeah.
You'll be doing that as long as it's a shot. You're going to be having an amazing time. Are we getting a ticket?
Of course.
Thank you.
KUTV is invited. Yes.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. do we close here? Can we go prepare for shots?
I have my shot in the bag.
Honestly, you have your shot in the bag. Thank you. Thank you so much. I want you to give us handles for Doca because I feel we have been making good noise for Docubox. So I would like us to do the same.
Of course.
So socials for Doca as well as your socials for interaction purposes.
Okay.
And we will appreciate it.
Okay, so for Doca, it's official Doca everywhere.
Yes.
And my personal is Prince Nyambok everywhere. And yes, please don't miss the experience because we can have a chat more about Doca, about what we're doing. And also you will, as she said, it's going to be an experience of a lifetime because there's certain things that I only experienced at Shorts.
Yes.
And that's a lot. And
Yes.
whoever knows me, I experience a lot. So that is something that just I hope lets you have a beautiful Sunday. And on top of that, for the guys in the audience, that's a cheat code. Yes, it's a cheat code.
Okay. Sawa, guys, sorted.
Can I maybe just do one last shout
Yes,
out
please.
to
Yes.
our one and only partner, Fairlights Kenya. Thank you so much for coming on board again.
Yeah.
Guys, come and meet Fairlights Kenya. They're a really incredible new venture in Nairobi. At Shorts. Yeah.
Exactly. So you will also get to meet other people. Please say hi to Wamboi Gade.
Hi, Wamboi Gade.
Fantastic friend. She's a fantastic. Please and take my personal hi.
Yeah.
Monday I will be at this one.
Okay.
Karen, you are not. So I will be at this one. But guys, get your tickets for just 1,000 bob on the 12th of February, and you are going to be having an amazing all-day experience.
Yes.
It's the entire day. You learn, you have fun, you drink some shots, good music, great film. You will get to understand there are big creatives in this country that are putting things together you wouldn't think were possible.
Yeah.
So go ahead and just come for shots and get your ticket, okay? Sahi to my Docubox. That's the one I'm getting. I think it's because it's on Instagram.
Yes.
At my Docubox, please go on Insta and get yourself a ticket. If you can get it in advance, come on, go ahead and do that. If you can go as a group, you will be having a nice you see the way friends are looking for where are we going. Instead of going for hiking, get our money into shots and shots, okay? And just come and enjoy.
You can go hiking the next weekend.
Yes, you can go hiking the next weekend. Thank you very much. Is there anything you guys have not said?
No, I think
Thank
that's
you. We
everything.
have covered the whole ground.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was our first conversation of the day. When we come back, of course, after the break, we're going to be having the conversation on music business from 911. That is our artist of the day, and you're going to be loving it. Otherwise, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure. You will be slotted in our art calendar to remind people that we are having shots on the 12th of February. Thank you. We are closing it at that. See you in just a bit.